Pete, walk us through first of all, what stands out to you about this ruling, and how did we get to this point? Were there 3 cases? Is that right? 3 cases rolled into one?
Well, yeah, actually, sort of 2 plus 1, but they were all in one big decision on both same-sex discrimination and transgender discrimination. So what stands out to me, number one, is the decision from this newly conservative Supreme Court. I think many people thought this might be where the court would go if Anthony Kennedy was still a member, who had written all the court's significant issues in this area, but he's gone, replaced by the more conservative Brett Kavanaugh. Now, in fact, you know, what you have here is Kavanaugh joining the dissenters today. But Neil Gorsuch, who replaced Antonin Scalia writing the majority opinion, I can't imagine Antonin Scalia would have written these decisions today, but Neil Gorsuch did. And those are the first 2 things. And then, of course, you have the Chief Justice joining Gorsuch in the court's 4 liberals for this 6-vote majority. So it's not just a 5-4 squeaker decision, it's the 6-3 ruling. And as I'm sure you've been discussing, the core of the decision is this, and the core of the question was this. In 1964, when Congress passed the Civil Rights Act, the most important civil rights legislation in American history, it's indisputably true that it was not on the minds of anybody in Congress to think about same-sex discrimination or transgender discrimination. But what Neil Gorsuch wrote today is that doesn't matter. It's not what was in the minds of Congress that counts. It's the words of the law that count. And he said firing someone on the basis of sexual orientation is a form of sex discrimination. So it's a victory for Gerald Bostock, a man from Atlanta who was working for the county and was fired when the county found out he was on a gay softball team. He sued. He said, you can't fire me under this law. And the Court of Appeals said, sorry, you can't sue under this law. It doesn't cover sexual orientation. That decision the Supreme Court reversed today. It's also a victory for Amy Stevens, who worked for a funeral home in Michigan, came in and told her employer that her gender identity was female and she was going to be dressing as a female. She was fired. She sued and won. It was the funeral home that brought the case to the Supreme Court, and today the Supreme Court upheld that lower court ruling. Amy Stevens died a couple of weeks ago from a longstanding kidney disease, so she did not live to see this day, but she realized that she was probably going to be making history. So that's what stands out to me. It was really a pretty simple question. When the Civil Rights Act said you can't fire somebody on the basis of race, sex, national origin, and so forth, did that cover sex discrimination? And today the Supreme Court said, resolving the split among the lower courts, the answer is yes.
And so it was. Pete, an odd question, I guess maybe a bit of a process question. When the justices decide who writes the majority opinion and minority opinion, how do they make that decision? How did we get this majority, this opinion from Gorsuch today?
Yeah, well, I'm chuckling because I think it was rather crafty that this decision was made. So the way it works is this. Shortly after the case is argued, the court takes its first vote. And the senior justice in the majority decides who will write the majority opinion. Now, we know the senior justice in the majority, or at least we think it was John Roberts, the Chief Justice. He could have written this decision himself, but clearly he decided to give it to Neil Gorsuch. And I think that is a very interesting decision that he made, because it sort of reinforces this, if you will, to use this term that's used in legal circles, this textualist approach to deciding cases. Neil Gorsuch has a long history here in the Federal Court of Appeals in the 10th Circuit out in the West, in Colorado, where he lived as one of the sort of chief textualists among the conservative members of the judiciary. And that's the basis on which he wrote the decision. He said it's the text that counts, not what was in Congress's mind when they passed the law.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me, or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.